Welcome back to Spiritfarer. I'm dear darling, and together we'll continue helping our friends to cross to the afterlife, where this will probably be the final episode, I'd imagine, where I waited, took 2 in-game days for Jackie's quest to appear, but also we have, for Jackie to want to talk to us, but we have a Luter's Literary Review thing, so we'll start with that because it'll probably be less heavy than what's, I assuming, coming up for Jackie. So from the office of Caspar Crayford, to the front reads, to Adventurer First Order Stella. Thank you, dear reader. You are among a rare breed of adventurers, one of the only one to ever brave the seas and recover the lost bounties of Crow's End Inc. As a token of your dedication, here is a lifetime membership to the famed Master Adventurers Guild. We welcome you with open arms. Thank you for your unflinching support, Caspar Crayford. Dictated but not read. Fair enough. Get some glims. So hungry. You don't want to talk about that?
Commander, Oh, never mind. I have some snacks, Stella. Do you want some?
Oh, what? Oh, okay. You don't want to talk about Luter's Literary Review? Fine. You can have steamed shellfish. As we go to Jackie to, well, see what he's got to say to us. Stella, I'm in a bad way, Stella. I don't know how you can stand beside of me. I can't even stand myself. The books, I hate them. That's just a load of apologetic BS. They all say the same thing. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Ask for forgiveness. There's always time to be better. Do you think I can get better? Do you think I deserve forgiveness? Yes, everyone deserves a second chance. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. Little doe-eyed Stella. You're smart, but you're an idiot. People don't change. That is just definitively false. I'm sorry to say, Jackie. Know why? All those books, they say you can change by acting different. They are looking forwards into the future. But the future doesn't exist. It's just a big whole bunch of nothing. A bag of lies we tell ourselves so that we can be happy. In comic books, the heroes forgive the villain. And then he joins their team and everything's good forever. We can conveniently forget that they raised the whole city. They're genocidal maniacs, but it's okay. Because forgiveness. Real life ain't like that. People, they're made up of all the things they've done. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. Same for everybody. But the path of redemption and forgiveness is, I will agree with you there, Jackie, different from fiction as it is in reality. But shouldn't the path of redemption and forgiveness be defined by the actions you take in spite of the things that you've done in the past, rather than being defined through the acceptance of other people, you know? To me, the path of redemption is not necessarily having everyone forgive you for the things that you've done, but it still is realizing, I suppose, the wrong you've done and then choosing to do right by it, I suppose, you know. Face the consequences of what you've done, true. But then, like, what happens after that? And the only way forward, I suppose, is to do good, isn't it? For redemption, that is. And you can't change your past no matter how much you hate it. You just gotta own up to it, yeah. And what if you can't? Nothing. That's what. I mean, I'm not gonna, you know, patronize you and say it's going to be particularly easy, I suppose, to, you know, face your past. I don't think it ever is. I don't think anyone ever particularly wants to face past mistakes, especially ones which make them feel bad, but it's not like something you had to do all at once, and it's not a journey you're doing alone, and it's not a journey which is impossible. Listen, Stella, I'm sick of it. I give up. It was a fun ride. Well, actually, it was terrible. Just give me a harder when we get to the Everdoor. Oh! I'll get out of everyone's way. Right, so I knew this was going to be his final thing. I didn't expect it to end as unceremoniously as that, I suppose. Damn right! A meaty dish. You know, Stellas? I'm a big boy. Only meat can give me the protein to sustain my body. It ain't rocket science. Okay, so we need to wait to give you seafood as well. So, I cannot believe I've never given you a meat dish of the entire thing. But hold on, I'm going to check that real quick. That is Jackie's other favourite meal, because I want to do this before we send him off. And we have nothing else to do, so I might have to pause and just wait for him to get hungry again. Spiritfarer. I mean, I guess I'll pause now. I'll come back when I can actually feed him again. Oh my word, he's finally hungry again. I waited literally for like 3 or 4 in-game days, I think, before I can actually finally give him a food. And actually I did check that it was not seafood, which is his other favourite food. It's actually fried food, like French fries. So here we go. Oh my god, there's been so much waiting with this episode, you don't even know. Oh, that smells nice. You know, I've been trying to eat better recently, staying away from junk food, so I probably shouldn't. But strict diets never work, you know. The trick to it is to indulge once in a while. And I've been good. Real good. So I have this fried food. Thanks a lot, Stella. Yum, 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 yum. There we go. Finally, we got a lot of stuff. Oh my god. You don't know how long I've been waiting. I'm already in front of the Everdoor because I was like, you know, might as well be efficient. And I've discovered this cool little glitch where if you dash and then immediately press the other direction, Stella dashes backwards. Well, not backwards, but she dashes facing backwards. So you go like, whee! Anyway. I thought you'd just like to know what I've been doing since I've been so bored waiting for him to get hungry again to feed him a meal. I thought I was doing a 2-in-1 by giving him a surf and turf, but turns out I wasn't because that is not a fried meat food item. You're hungry. We'll give you a food because it'd be pretty bad to leave you hungry, I suppose, before we just go off into the unknown forever. Oh wait, mock rule. That's probably lactose or something. Fish curry? Sure. Anyway, we're on our way to deliver Jackie to the Spiritfarer so he can actually have a moment to himself. Wait, what? Not have a moment to himself, so he can reflect, I suppose, upon whatever existence he has lived or wants to live or anything like that. Yeah, you know what I mean. Unfortunately, because I've designed this area in such a redonkulous way, he has to go pretty far to even go back to his house, to be perfectly honest. It's not in the most convenient of locations. And then after that's done, I suppose we'll be sending Stella off to a Spiritfarer as well, and we'll be bidding farewell to both our dear friends, Stella and Afterdoor. So we'll have to see how it goes, obviously, and I don't really know what's in store, because it's interesting that Jackie's story sort of like ends right here. He just, I suppose, gives up before there's no like conclusion. In that sense, he just gives up on everything. Are we there? Oh, hey Stella. It's time, huh? I cleaned up a bit. Might as well leave the place tidy. I found this old suitcase, so I packed my stuff. But I guess I don't need it anymore. Kinda feels silly. Well, I'll just leave it here. You ready to do this? Yes. Only if you're ready, Jackie Boy. Okay. Sure. I'll be in the tender. Interesting. I did read a thing that I need to go back to his house after we send him off to a Spiritfarer. Not only for the Spirit Flower, but also apparently he leaves behind like letters for us to read or something like that. I've got some Discord notifications, which I'm just going to quickly check on my phone if there's something I should look at yet. Or if I can respond to afterwards. Okay, that I can respond to afterwards. What about this one? Okay. We'll wait for Jackie to get over here. And, well, let's go. Jackie, the final spirit. Well, the final companion spirit to take to the Spiritfarer. Very interesting story. I think it's a bold decision. And one I approve of, actually, to make it very different from the others. He doesn't get that sort of sense of conclusion. We don't see him become the person that we want him to be. He just doesn't. I guess it's heartbreaking in a different way, isn't it? Hey, Stella. I know it's a bit late, but I wanted to thank you for taking care of me. You know, on the boat. I know I didn't deserve it. Maybe that's the difference between you and me. You don't care about all that. You don't judge. I don't want to sound mean, but you're simple like that. You see someone who needs help, and you help them. No questions asked. No payment expected. That's just how you are. And you didn't try and stop me when I said I wanted to leave. Thanks for respecting that. Interesting. I wonder if this is meant to be an insinuation of Jackie taking his own life, because it was very much Jackie decided, hey, I'm leaving, rather than the other way around. But I don't know. I remember when I started working at a hospital. People kept telling me how great and noble I was for doing it. I was happy to take a compliment. I felt proud. And I even started to believe it. You know, I worked in that hospital for 15 years. I'm not trying to make any excuses, but I never seen my bosses. Not once. Just an endless parade of supervisors and managers and half a box of donuts for the night staff on New Year's Eve. It's a very unappreciated industry, isn't it? There was a book, you know, in the books you gave me. It was about myths and stuff. Like real old stories. I was like, how do I censor this? One of the book's chapters was about the afterlife. Things that happen after people die. And one of the stories was a river Styx. And if you drank from it, you forget everything from your life. Just like blank slate. Poof! Just like that. Ain't that crazy? And then there was this other place with a weird name. Like Shoal? Or something, Shoal, yeah. Something like that. It was kind of like hell, except not really. No fire, no pitchforks. That's where dead folks go, and not just the bad ones. Everybody. And in Shoal, I remember that everybody's equal. And there's no comfort. Doesn't mean it's uncomfortable. There's just nothing. Nothing good, and nothing bad. And you're shielded from that, and from judgment. The dead go there to be forgotten by the living. But they also forget, and then turn to dust. Until there's nothing left. Just dust and forgetfulness. Everywhere, and forever. Can you imagine that, Stella? Dust and forgetfulness? What a thought. Gosh. I mean, that's very much, I suppose, enlightening the depths of despair I think Jackie is particularly in. Right now, the endless spiral downwards, isn't it? The bottomless pit, which seems to go on and on. Yeah, okay, we're there. Just bring it in. See you on the other side, Stellas. Or not. It's quite sad to see, Jackie, such an upbeat character, be brought to such a... It's not even just nihilistic, but it's like... Because nihilism is like the idea that you find your own purpose in life because it is all meaningless. But to me, it just feels like Jackie has now found just everything meaningless just because of his past actions. He sees himself as unredeemable as a person, unchangeable, fixed by, well, circumstance or life or by himself. And that, honestly, that's quite tragic. Because I don't think he was, personally. But, he chose to make his own decisions. And I do wonder, is that a story which is meant to be insinuating about taking one's own life? Because that's the sort of vibe I got. I don't know if I'm reading too much into it, but that's sort of what I thought. So the depths of a pit, where we're going to quickly check out Jackie's room, and then we're going to speak to all the other spirits before we cross over again. Oh, letters, there we go. Crossed out letter, a crumpled and torn out letter from Jackie. I heard this was a thing, so crumpled letter from Jackie. Hey Daria, what's up? I heard you've been doing better since Stella's taken over for me. I'm happy to hear it. The rest of the letter is blank. I guess that was a letter he wanted. This is the letters that he wanted to send. The ones that he wanted to send out to apologise to him for whatever his past wrongdoings. But he never could. Torn letter from Jackie. Dear Daria, I'm currently reading a book to deal with my anger issues. It says that the first step to getting better is to ask for forgiveness from the people you've hurt. I know it sounds stupid, but could you... My letter is torn here. I know I hurt you. I've been thinking... I feel terrible. I hope you can forgive me. I hope you can forgive... I'm sorry. God. You can tell he's trying, but... For whatever reason, he just couldn't continue on like that. So let's have a chat with everyone. Or just a hug with everyone. Farewell, Alice. It's been lovely to know you. Elena. The people you have shaped, I'm sure, will strive on to make a new generation of fantastic people. Beverly, your gossip and bright smile, your eager energy and disposition is something we'll never forget. Also for Alice, your kindness and tenderness is something that spoiled us rotten, I'm sure. Jackie, you are braver than you could have ever imagined, and I'm sorry that's how things turned out. Where's Giovanni? Is he not here? Bruce and Mikey? Your bond as brothers is something that I think we could all learn from. Gwen. The big sister figure in our life. And one who inspired us to do so many good things. And Summer. Her peaceful disposition. Her oneness with nature. The fondness of finding one's own self. An important lesson in Gustav. His fascination with the interesting. With things that even if we don't fully understand, we can appreciate. Art and beauty in all of it. And Giovanni. A tragic story. And a brave face, I suppose, put up for all of it. Atonement for your mistakes? Maybe that's something which is waiting for you. I don't really know what to say to Giovanni. He's charismatic, but undeniably he did some pretty terrible things. And Astrid, a freedom fighter till the very end. For everyone. A force that we could rely on, and a tool. Someone we never got closure for, but... bright warm smiles. And warm hugs. Daria? I'm glad we could reach you. And be someone who understood you. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Stanley! Absolutely adorable child. May you find your peace. On the other side. I don't think I've missed anyone. And if I have, then, you know, insert a gif of me hugging them here. There's a lot of people, okay? I can't think of anyone I've missed out, so... Oh, apart from Lily, but I assume Lily No, and Lily? Our sister. Thank you for being by our side. I guess Buck? I don't really know where Buck is. Is he by his house? Buck, you're sleeping? Buck, wake up! Can we sleep as well to... Yes, okay, sleep so we can actually say farewell to Buck. I don't think it's fair for us to leave him and I suppose I could take a time just to have a quick look at all the spirits, just to make sure I haven't missed anyone. Doesn't look like I have. Although we've done this journey once before. Of going through to the other side, we are here to do it again. Oh no, come on. We can't ring the bell. Come on, Buck. Come on, buddy. Well, farewell, Buck. Thank you for being our journey. Well, our companion throughout this journey. I was giving we say goodbye to Lily, I suppose. From this point onwards, there's no turning back. Do you want to continue? Yes, I'm ready. Let us go, Lily. Interesting to see how Lily's accompanying us now. Now, Spiritfarer is a beautiful experience, I suppose. A game about death. Fragility of life. And what we learn, I suppose, from it. What more can I say? It's a beautiful experience. And I'm glad that Lily's here with us this time. I don't know if she's going to say anything in particular, or if it's just going to be a silent solo journey for us, but part of me hopes she says something. She could say something, you know. That'd make it feel easier, you know, lessen the pain, but I think her presence is enough. Probably. Either that or I have to continuously fill a silence with more emotional things, but I'm not really sure what to say, you know? I've been quite on a journey with seeing these new characters. I think certainly seeing their stories has brought about interesting things to think about in a different life. Different life? In a different light. I mean, also, I guess, a different life, but... Life's difficult, you know? It's full of trials and tribulations. Things which aren't always the easiest to stand up and face, but I guess the important thing to remember is we're not doing it alone. Whether it be family, friends, or random strangers on the internet, or apparently my friends who are messaging me right now. Life is, you know, a journey. It's what you make of it, I suppose. Defined by both yourself and the people around you. So I hope I can be, you know, when eventually my time comes, I hope I can be at this peace. I hope I can look back on my life and feel fulfilled. In the same way I think Stella does. Look back on the people I've supported and helped. It's not something I need to regret. Farewell, Lily. And farewell, Daffodil. Well, I guess Daffodil's coming with us, but... it's our time. Or Stella's time, I suppose. Our life on Earth is fleeting. As are many things. But... it's how you spend the time. The things that you do with it. The impact you make, which I think ends up defining it. Even past when you're gone. No? As we light up another constellation in the sky. A reminder for those who still continue on about what we left for the world. A bright shining star. Isn't that beautiful? I'll press X again. Spiritfarer. A lovely game. I do love Spiritfarer quite a lot, especially its story elements. And I suppose if you want me to hear me talk about Spiritfarer more, I'll do it more during Animal Crossing episode. But we can talk a little bit during the credits. Normally the credits I have like an overall sort of feeling. I think Spiritfarer was a nice one to come back to. I do wish I kind of played it first time through with all these DLC characters, because I think they fill out the arc a bit nicer, especially towards the end. I don't remember if this song was here last time, but yeah, you know, and I feel like it fills out the journey a bit better to have like Beverly there, you know, slightly early on, Jackie and Daria's very interesting story and plot wrapped up in it, and Lily, you know, actually being there herself to allow us to sail through the night. Quite useful. I like all these people that worked on it, you know? But I also think it's very nice, Spiritfarer, because there's not many games out there which I suppose talk about, you know, death and parting ways with like loved ones so rawly. And I don't know how do you use adjective raw as an adjective in such a raw way, you know? There's a lot to be said about it, but it's not always the easiest thing to talk about. It's not always the easiest thing to explore. But that's a really beautiful thing about art, I suppose, is a way it can let you interface it with your own way. And through all of these different characters, you can see everyone's different stories and the way that people interact with death and their own life, you know. And I suppose it portrays a much more realistic view where, you know, not all of our characters had their full circle, the closed circle of happy endings, you know. A lot of them had unresolved sadness still, which that's unfortunately just how life is sometimes. Some, you know, can go gracefully, I suppose, into the afterlife, but sometimes it also leaves behind a lot unresolved. And I suppose it's a reflection you can take time to reflect through while playing this game, how like you would respond to it, you know, how it would affect you, you know. There's a lot of ways you can approach your final times, your final minutes, hours, days. I don't know if there's necessarily a right way. I don't think I'm necessarily the best person to comment on what is or what isn't a good way to deal with it. It's not my area of expertise, but at least through everyone's stories, you know, I'd hope it'd just be peaceful. Like that. So I'm just reading some of the names. It was a bit of a whiplash to see Tom put that cookie down now. Granger. But what a beautiful game. I don't know if Thunder Lotus has a sequel. Not a sequel for this, but like an upcoming game or anything coming out. I should look that up, because that'd be cool. But there you go, Spiritfarer. And all the friends we helped along the way. And the end, for the second time, of a very lovely journey through Spiritfarer. So, for the last and final time, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Spiritfarer. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Twitter, Discord down below. Hope we see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.